what are their general properties, and how they actually important for the humans, right? So anthocyanin, first of all, anthocyanins, they are number one, derived from, you should know about it, derived from flavonols, flavonols, right? And they are soluble in water, right? Next question comes, where the anthocyanins are actually present in the plant cells. So in the plant cells, they are present into the cell sac or the plant juices, right? Or you can say in the vacuoles of the epidermal tissues, जो आपके vacuoles होते हैं, in those areas the anthocyanin pigments are actually present. And in what type of plants they are present? So the plants in which anthocyanins are present, they are a group of reddish, blue, purple colored plants, fruits and vegetables, right? जिनका कलर क्या होता है, either red होगा, it will be blue or it will be purple. और इसमें आपके एग्जाम्पल्स आ जाते हैं, नंबर वन, फिफ्थ हमारा एग्जाम्पल आ जाते हैं. नंबर वन is your different type of flowers, fruits, your vegetables. Other than this, आपके different type की जो berries होती हैं, black currant हो गया, in that also the anthocyanins are present. Eggplant, that also contain anthocyanins. Then आपके red grapes आ गए, and red or purple cabbage आ गए. They all have anthocyanins in their structure present in them. What type of structures are anthocyanins are? As I told you, they are derived from flavonols. So their basic structure is based on the flavonols, जो कुछ इस तरीके से दिखता है. You can see in this picture, this is the basic structure of the flavonols. और इसमें when there is no other compound is attached with this group, right? It has one benzene ring, pyrrolium ring and another benzene ring. 1, 2, 3. And only this group in the anthocyanin structure is called anthocyanidin. Anthocyanidin. You should know about that because sometimes confusing questions can come from here. So your anthocyanins, when there is no other type of molecule is actually present and there is only two benzene ring with the pyrrolium ring, then this group is called anthocyanidin. And according to this structure, they have been, because their R1 and the R2 positions, they actually varies, they changes. There could be hydroxyl group, there could be an acyl group present in their structures. So according to the variation in the R1 and R2, your anthocyanidin molecule is of various types. It is called cyanidin, delphinidin, pelargonidin, malvinidin, peonidin and petonidin. So you should know about this. If they are asking about the anthocyanidin, then they are talking only about the basic structure of anthocyanins. And when in different hydroxyl groups which are present into the anthocyanidin molecule, when other type of the molecules attach to it, other type of molecules, they start to bind to it, these are called anthocyanins. Then ये आपका complete structure बनाते हैं. So this only structure is also called anthocyanidin plus a glycone structure. This one is called a glycone structure. And when there is the presence of another molecule like sugar molecules or carbohydrate, when they starts to join with the anthocyanidin molecule, these are called anthocyanins. Different type of anthocyanins. And your sugar molecules will actually get esterified at what positions where the hydroxyl groups are present. So it will make a type of glycosides. This bond formation or the association is called glycosides. We know we had discussed already about the carbohydrates. When the carbohydrates, they actually make a bond with the another type of the molecules, either it is sugar or either it can be other molecule, then these type of molecules are called glycosides. So same way in the anthocyanins, when there is no sugar molecule, this one only is called either a glycone or anthocyanidine. When there is sugar molecule is present in the esterified form, then these are called anthocyanins. Right? Now the question comes, what type of sugars can be present with the glycone ring structure? So now you note down the sugars which can be present with the glycone ring are: number 1, your common sugar, which is glucose; second, your fructose; third, your galactose; fourth, your xylose. This also can be present here. Fifth, your arabinose. So if in the anthocyanins they are discussing about the glycosides, then you should know they are the glycone and sugar complexes. And if they are talking about the anthocyanidin only, then they are talking about the simple glycone structure. Right? Other than sugars, now there are other type of the molecules which can also binds to the this one anthocyanin structures, and these substituents or the groups are called acyl groups. Now I'm writing here again a glycone which is already esterified with sugar molecules, right? It is making a bond with sugar molecules. Then in this is the first form. Then in the second form, the sugar molecule, they again will bind to in the esterified form with the other molecules are called acyl groups or acyl substituents, and these acyl groups are your aliphatic acids. Aliphatic acids, right? And these aliphatic acids, they could be your number 1 P fumaric acid, your ferulic acid, your caffeic acid, malonic acid, and vanillic acid. Vanillic acid. So this is the basic structure of the anthocyanin. In the first, we had seen there is only one glycone unit will be present, and this one is also called anthocyanidin. Right? Second thing, we had seen that with the glycone structure, there will be sugar molecules present, and these are called glycosides, and these structures are called finally anthocyanins. Right? Third form of the anthocyanins we see, in which with the glycone unit plus sugar molecules, there will be other groups present which are called acyl groups. Right? So in the exam perspective, you should know what type of the sugar molecules are present and what type of the acyl groups are present in the anthocyanins, because sometimes question can be asked. Also, you should know the simple structure of the anthocyanins, which is the glycone unit. Right? So this was all about the anthocyanins. As you can see in this picture, डिफरेंट टाइप के आपके जो बेरीज होती हैं, एग प्लांट होता है, डिफरेंट टाइप के अदर आपके फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स होते हैं, दे ऑल कंटेन एंथोसाइनिन्स इन देयर स्ट्रक्चर. राइट? एंड नेक्स्ट इसमें आ जाता है नाउ द एंथोसाइनिन्स स्टेबिलिटी, विच इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट, बिकॉज इसमें क्वेश्चंस आ जाते हैं. राइट? आई हैव अ पिक्चर हियर फॉर यू, दिस वन, anthocyanins stability. So actually anthocyanins, they are again their stability changes number 1 with the pH of the surroundings, and second the temperature of the surrounding. So as you can see in this picture, they had told it about the pH. So when there is the acidic pH present surrounding the anthocyanins, then your anthocyanins color will be red, right? At neutral pH, it will be same as you can see in different type of berries. pH 7 पे आपके कौन से होंगे? पर्पल कलर के होंगे या फिर either in ब्लू कलर से होंगे. When it is there is the increase of pH, their color changes, and in that case, for example 10 to 11 and 11 to 13, your green and yellow colors will appear. So according to the pH, आपके जो anthocyanins होते हैं वो उनके colors जो होते हैं they can vary and they can change according to their pH, right? Same way, now let's talk about the temperature. When there is high temperature in the surroundings, then your anthocyanins become less stable. They become less stable, and when there is lower temperature, then they will become stable. So these two aspects you should know about the anthocyanins. Number one, at the acidic pH, this one pH, your anthocyanins will be very stable, right? And at the higher pH, your anthocyanins will be of unstable in nature. वो degrade होना start हो जाते हैं. In the same way, at higher temperature, your anthocyanins will be less stable. They starts to degrade, and at lower temperature, they will be stable. That is why your fruits and vegetables, they all are stored in the lower temperature, right? So that their anthocyanins and other type